Hey guys, Gavin from Acupuncture Grove. In this video, I wanted to speak to the question of what kind of chronic pain conditions can acupuncture potentially help with. I've got a little bit of a nuanced or counterintuitive answer to this that I wanted to share with you today. So let's get into it. All right, so I just want to start by saying that I don't believe acupuncture treats anything, any kind of condition. But what I will say is somebody with a specific condition or issue may be helped by an acupuncturist. So what do I mean by that? In healthcare, we can tend to get caught up in a modality versus condition kind of mentality. And it's going to be really useful for public health and kind of like general ideas, but it's less useful on a one-on-one clinical face-to-face kind of level, because in the clinic, we're working with people. So when you come in for acupuncture, it's not like we lay down the acupuncture needles next to you and all of a sudden they fix you and you walk on out happy. It's a relationship and an interaction between two people. So the acupuncturist, the person applying the technique, it's just a tool. So the person using the tool and then the person receiving it. And then the other thing to know is that when we're using acupuncture, it's not the acupuncture. If you feel better from it, it's not because of the needles, it's because of what your body has done from the needles. So it's actually your body's ability to heal, repair, regenerate that we're trying to tap into and encourage. But ultimately, it's you that gets better. It's not the acupuncture forcing it or doing it, so to say. So I just wanted to sort of run through a few things that are going to come into play in the clinic that are going to influence whether acupuncture is going to be the right fit for you, whether it's going to be able to help you out, whether it's going to be able to completely resolve something or just a little bit or whatever it may be. So there are a lot of things that are going to come into play. It's not as simple as like, is acupuncture going to work for my leg pain or whatever it is. So I've written a little list so I don't sort of forget anything. And this is not an exhaustive list. This is just a few things that I've kind of written down. But it kind of gives you an idea of the nuance that goes into the treatment process. So first of all, we've got to look at the severity of your condition coming in. So essentially, how bad is it? How long has it been going on for? We've also got to look at like other complicating factors, like is there a systemic kind of disease or a genetic component? Are there other sort of injuries or complicating factors? So we've got to take that into account. Obviously, the more severe something is, the longer it may take to respond, or the more difficult it may be to treat. So just take that into account. Then we've also got like each person has a innate capacity to heal. Obviously, when we're younger, we tend to bounce back from things a lot easier, and as we get older, not so much. So we've got to take that into account. And people are just going to be at different stages and have different healing capacities, and we've just got to work with that. So that will be part of the process too. Then there's other lifestyle factors. So outside of the clinic, I mean, if I'm just seeing you once a week for 45 minutes, an hour, that's a lot of time outside for you to be doing things differently, like what you're eating, what kind of exercise you're doing, how you're sleeping. There's so many other different like lifestyle factors like stress, emotional stuff, what's going on at work, what's going on at home, all that kind of stuff can play into how responsive you are to acupuncture and whether it's going to be a good fit for you. Then you've also got each person is going to have a particular sort of tolerance to acupuncture. Not everyone is as tolerant of the needles. And there's also a responsiveness element as well. So when I'm working with people in the early stages of treatment, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of responder are you? Are you a fast responder, moderate responder, slow responder, non-responder? Is it not working at all? So we've got to try to figure that out and similar to like the healing capacity, everyone's going to be a little bit different there. And then we've also got like things like scheduling kind of things. Are you going to be able to come in at the right frequency required to make progress for your condition? So, I mean, if you're in serious pain or something like that, but you can only come in once a month, it's probably not, we're not really going to make a lot of headway that way. So we've got to make sure that you're coming in at the right frequency as well. And that we do enough treatments to give things a good try to make sure, we're giving it our best shot of getting you better. And then that's the your side of the relationship coming into the treatment room, and then there's my side, or your practitioner's side of the relationship, and that is going to be like, how well am I or your practitioner able to identify what's going on? How are we able to like zero in and treat that appropriately? What kind of treatment tools are we using, and are we using them at the right time as well? Timing is very important with treatment. So there are a lot of different, acupuncture isn't just as simple as sticking needles in points. There's a lot more nuance. There's a lot of different ways we can use the needles, and there's also techniques that aren't acupuncture that we can use. So acupuncture isn't always the best treatment for somebody, and so we've got to sort of figure out where the person is and meet them there with the right tools at the right time, and then be able to sort of adapt and change as you're responding or not responding, try different things, whatever that may be. So it's really important that your practitioner has like a order of operations that sort of like helps guide them through, like, okay, maybe you're responding and things are changing. Now we shift to this phase of treatment, or maybe you're not responding. Okay, why aren't you responding? Or what reactions are you having? Maybe we need to shift things. Treatment can also give us like diagnostic information and help us guide our treatment that way too. So it's important that your practitioner has like a map and process to work through. Then there's also the ability to work with you and any lifestyle stuff that might be affecting it. So how effective is your practitioner at sort of educating you on the different things that you might need to change, or giving you specific exercises to help you rehab and stuff like that. These can be really important for the longevity of your results. If acupuncture is helping you out, but you don't change the things in your lifestyle that have created that issue initially, you'll probably wind up coming back into the office sooner or later. So there's an important part of the relationship as well, in terms of just communicating those things. So yeah, those are just a few little things that I sort of rattled off my head. Obviously there's more that goes into it. But you just want to be keeping that in mind when you're coming in for acupuncture with myself or with anyone. So when I'm working with anyone in the clinic, I'm always trying to sort of see through, like, I need to understand what's going on, what's bringing you in, but I'm also trying to see the person underneath that main complaint, all those symptoms and everything, and trying to figure out how to best match my knowledge, my skill set, the treatments and things that I have with where you are, what's going on, and then also be able to sort of take you through a process, hopefully, and get you to where you want to be. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you can check out the website at acupuncturegrove.com.au, and on there you can book in online, or you can reach out if you've got any questions for me. More than happy to answer any of those, and I hope to see you in the clinic sometime.